Welcome to MathSolve. In this video, we are going to look at a mathematical problem based on ratio. Here the problem is, we have a particular chemical contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of 13:5:2 by mass. The first question is, how much hydrogen would be in a 600 gram chemical or 600 gram of the sample? And the second question will be, what is the maximum mass of the chemical that can be made using 200 gram of oxygen? We are trying to solve the first one. How much hydrogen would be in a 600 gram sample? The whole sample is 600 gram. And out of that 600 gram, how much would be the hydrogen? So first look at the ratio of hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. So the first one, you can say carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So we can just write down like carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So we can just write down carbon, colon, hydrogen, colon, oxygen, and the is 13:5:2. So that's clearly showing that carbon is 13 part, hydrogen is 5 part and oxygen is 2 part. And total, so we can just total part is, it's better to know that total part is 13 plus 5, which is 18 plus 2, which is 20. So total is 20 part, right? How much hydrogen would be in a 600 gram sample? So we know that the total is 600 gram and our total part is 20. So total part 20 part is in this case for the first problem we are doing now. For the first problem, so 20 part is equivalent to 600 gram. So always when you are doing that, then what is the total part and what is the total amount? Then what is the each part? We always, whenever we are doing the ratio problem, we are trying to look at the each part, and then it's easier to find out any composition. So one part is equivalent to 600 divided by 20, which is give us 30 gram. Okay, so this is 30 gram. Now one part is equivalent to 30 gram. So the question is asking how much hydrogen we have. What is the part of hydrogen? And we know that hydrogen is a 5 part out of 20 part, right? So 5 part, then I can say hydrogen, which is 5 part and is equivalent to 30 times 5, which is 150 gram. So when it's asking for hydrogen, I am just interested in 5 part because 5 part is hydrogen, we know that. So 5 part is equivalent to 150 gram, and this is the answer for the first part. And then question second part is asking, what is the maximum mass of the chemical that can be made using 200 gram of oxygen? Okay, it means oxygen part is 200 gram. So if I go for second part, I'm just writing here, this is the second answer. So oxygen is how much? 200 gram, and we know that the oxygen part is 2. So you can, in the second question is actually 2 part is equivalent to, so oxygen is 2 part, which is equivalent to 200 gram. 200 gram. So how about the 1 part? And 1 part is equivalent to 200 divided by 2, which is 100 gram. Now the question is asking for what is the maximum mass of the whole chemical, and the whole chemical we know that its total is 20 part, but in the second case when we are using oxygen is 2 part is 200, so 1 part is that, it gives us the idea what is the each part is coming. Each part is 100 gram, then what is the total will be? The total chemical will be 20 part, because we know this is a 20 part of the total chemical with 100, you have to multiply, which is giving us 2000 gram. So it means if you use 200 gram oxygen in a sample, then the total sample will be 2000 gram. Then only you can get that proportion 13:5:2. So we are using the same proportion for the both problem, but the second problem, the total amount of the whole sample is changed because it was before 600 gram is the whole sample, but now we are increasing the sample size, which is 2000 gram, because we are using we are using 200 gram of oxygen, and which is giving the idea how much would be the total size of the sample. So you can finally write down the answer in a kilogram, as we know that 2000 gram is 2 kilogram. So this is the answer for the second question.